Hello and welcome to the stock market analysis. We're going to look at Nvidia. It's a very exciting stock. Now, Nvidia has gone through a lot of volatility, and for those of you who tune in to my channel, listening to my analysis of Nvidia, you won't be surprised at what is going on. Because we look at seasonality, we look at technical analysis, we look at supply and demands or support or resistance. So these are all the things that we covered, and what we are really looking forward is, what we are really interested is timing the stock, because it's very important for you as a trader to time it very well. There's no use for you to know about the fundamentals, but ignore the timing of it. Fundamentals will always catch up in the long run, but in the short run, you want to look at the technicals. So what has happened to Nvidia that caused a lot of distress to people? Well, it has gone up very nicely, creating a very vibrant community of people who really like Nvidia. And right here, it formed a double top, and that created a lot of distress for a lot of people, especially when it broke below the 20 MA and the 50 MA. And this is real money. There's a lot of money being traded around Nvidia, especially when it comes to call and put options. So let's go back and look at it. What happened now? Nvidia right here had a very long consolidation, and when there's a very long consolidation in the stock, usually when the breakout happens, is superb. As you can see, if you recognize this pattern, it's an ascending triangle. My analysis go through a lot of chart patterns, and sometimes you might see very nice chart patterns which you can take advantage of. So if you like all this technical analysis, do subscribe to my channel so that every day you might be able to learn something new. And maybe also if we see some nice candlestick pattern or chart patterns, you may be able to take advantage of it. So you always want to trade the stock when it's above the rising 20 MA, 50 MA and 200 MA, and you never want to trade the stock when it goes below the 20 MA or the 50 MA, because you know that that is time of correction. So when the double top forms and it drops below the 20 MA, there was a warning sign for traders. Hey, don't touch it anymore. And those who stopped touching Nvidia around here would have saved themselves a lot of distress up to here. Now, because the week has last week has ended, it's always a good idea to look at the weekly chart. Here we can see a topping tail which hinted of volatility and selling to come in the next few weeks and months, and we have a large red candle that caused a lot of distress among many people. And for those who follow my analysis, you won't be surprised at a 10% drop, because the stock dropped through an area of support. That's why it has a very big candle here. But the good thing is it formed kind of a haramai pattern, and this is a bullish reversal candlestick pattern. One large red bar followed by one nice green bar here. This often surprises a lot of people, and those who know how to read candlestick chart know that this is a high probability that the stock might gonna move up in the future, especially when you consider that May, June and July might be very good months for Nvidia. And if you look at this weekly chart of Nvidia, the rising 20 MA still tells us what? That it is bullish, and we should be bullish in the stock in the long run, because the rising 50 MA also tells us, hey, be bullish. The rising 200 MA also tells us to be bullish. These two MAs tell us to be bullish in the very long run, and this also tells us that there's a possibility that the stock might just form some kind of a flag pattern, or just correcting and boom, going up and past 1,000 in the near weeks or months. Now, going back to the daily chart, a very simple trick I always like to do is to draw downtrend lines. These are very simple tools. They are not like sophisticated indicators like the MACD and so on, but when you learn how to employ it, the breaking of a downtrend line always tells us that the stock is strong again. It is weak here, but when it breaks above a downtrend line, it signals a change of trend. And we have a very nice bullish candle here. The next day we have a bottoming tail, and it is struggling today to move up. But what you want to really notice is that it stays above the top half of this candle here, and that is something encouraging, that is something good. Despite there's a bearish cross in the 20 MA and 50 MA, as long as it stays above this downtrend line and above the top half of the candle, this green candle, we should stay confident, we should stay bullish bias that this supply area, this is a supply area. Supply just means people who have lost money and they want to get their money back. It's an area of resistance. Supply also means resistance. This is a huge area of supply for so many days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Well, almost 2 weeks of trading has gone by that people have been stuck here in a range and they've lost money. When it go down, they also lost a lot of money. But when it go back up, what do you think? People who lost money here will take advantage and sell, thinking that there might be a downward move again. So if we want to really go above this area, we want the stock to trade sideways, stay above the top half range of this candle, and then break out higher. And that might happen, and that is a high probability that it might happen if it is able to stay above this downtrend line. Now let's go to the 60-minute chart. Let me just get rid of this out of the way. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, do realize that I take a look at the markets, I take a look at the stock from a technical analysis point of view. So if you are not an investor that buys and holds for this year and 10 years, and if you're interested in the short-term movement of the stock, like what's going to happen in the next 2 to 3 days or next few months or weeks, you might want to subscribe to my channel and go and look at the daily analysis of the S&P 500, because 75% of stocks, even Nvidia, follow the direction of the major indexes. Now, Nvidia is a bit different because it is leading the market. That means if it goes up, market might go up. If it goes down, the market might go down. And sometimes it's so stubborn that when the market goes down, it still is able to hold support a lot. But eventually, if the market crashes, market goes down, eventually one day Nvidia will also crash, like the other day where it dropped by 10%. So these are leaders of the market, and leaders usually don't give up. If the leaders start to bottom out, like here in the 60-minute chart, it has bottomed out. Here's the low, here is the higher low. And if the leaders are making new highs, once it absorbs the supply here, we can be sure that the market is most likely, the stock market, the market is most likely going to make new highs in the future. But the leaders will usually make highs first. Now, if you can see the 60-minute triangle here, for those of you who do not know, a very big secret about triangles is it can either break out or break down, correct? If it breaks down, it means stock is weak, it's likely to go down. If it breaks out higher, it means that the stock wants to go higher. Simple as that. So the first thing you want to do is look at this downtrend line. If stock is able to stay above this downtrend line, yes, it's going to be healthy, it's going to be moving up. But what I'm really interested in is the apex. If the apex holds, then we know that the stock is most likely to continue the uptrend in the 60-minute chart. Now let's go to put call ratios. It does have value, So if you look at it every now and then and see that put call ratios like this expiration date, May 3rd, May 10, May 17, May 24, this expiration date, and if you see that call volumes go up and are much more than the put volumes, and especially if you look at it every single day, you might be able to spot clues of what the direction of the market is. For example, this is June 21 expiration 24. It's like 5 times more than the call volume is 5 times more than the put. Maybe if you see in the future that these increases like 15,000 in 2005, you know that some really experienced traders might be putting a lot of money into Nvidia. So do check the call volume and put volume every day to see if you can spot any differences or not. So the most recent one, the expiration on May 3rd is 201,840,000, and here we have a put volume of 123,631. So this tells us that market participants are more bullish than bearish in the stock of Nvidia, even in the short-term move. And here in June and even in what do you call it, June, July, June here, up to June here, market participants are quite bullish of the stock. Okay, but things start to be not so good around here, right? But if you see the volume improving as the days go by, you might get some clues out of it. But that is another way to back up what we look at from a technical analysis point of view, because a lot of very experienced and smart traders, they do look at technical analysis before making buy and sell decisions. So let's go to another one, that is the seasonality chart of Nvidia. I know those of you who view this, my analysis, you will know about seasonality plays a big part in fruit production, in agriculture, but a lot of people don't know that it plays a big part in stock market as well. Stocks go up and down sometimes based on seasons. Don't ask me why, but they do work very well over the years. And if you see the data from this stockcharts.com, you go to the it's all free, you know, you don't need to pay for it. 2020 to 2023, right? April, it has closed higher by only 40% of the time, with an average loss of 2.3%. But May, it closes higher 100% of the time, with an average gain of 16.7%. So you can draw conclusions on June, July, August. And that is why when May starts, the first week, if Nvidia is able to stay above this downtrend line here, then most likely it's going to go up, break above this area here, and move above 1,000. But I don't mind if it goes up, trades down a bit, but as long as it stays above this downtrend line, then most likely it's going to go up, because I know that we might have a reverse head and shoulders pattern here. Okay, a reverse head and shoulders pattern here. So I do hope that this analysis is helpful. If it's helpful, do like this video. It will help with the algorithm, and please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.